I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Jack Kokko. He is the CEO and founder at AlphaSense. Jack, it is wonderful to see you. Thanks for joining me on the trading floor today.
Thanks for having me.
So Jack, before we get started, quick note to our viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, Jack, tell me about AlphaSense. What's your mission?
Well, what really, if I go back to what inspired me to start the company, it was all the way back in my first job out of college. I was experiencing how hard it was to find information. I really would have needed a product like AlphaSense, but it didn't exist. So, yeah, and this was, in investment banking. I was working on tech M&A deals, and so huge consumer of information. And what made this even more frustrating was that we all use Google all day long in our daily lives, but nobody had built a Google for finance or business. And that's what we set out to build with AlphaSense, is really this intelligent search engine that looks across thousands of high-value content sets, like equity research, company filings, earnings calls, news, and it really finds the critical nuggets of information that our users need at any given time, and enabling them to really make better decisions with more speed and confidence. And that's what we're really enabling for them, and ultimately, hopefully better business success as a result of that. And if you take that even a step further, you can imagine the whole market benefiting from better intelligence, better insights, information, and that's really our mission to help enable that.
Okay, so now you recently acquired Stream. Tell me about that, and what's your plan for that?
Well, Stream, really at its core, it's a vast library of expert interview transcripts. It's really a transformative new type of market intelligence content. It really shines the light on kind of blind spot for the market in terms of what was really hard to know before. I mean, if you and I tried to really understand a business and really what's going on with it, it'd be great to interview an expert on it, like a former executive, a competitor, or customer. And that's what we've done with Stream at high scale. So we have professional investors interviewing thousands of these experts every month, and getting really to the crux of what matters, the right questions, and digging deep on those. And we transcribe these calls, and now we have this massive searchable library with these great insights that are not from the company. So they're not filtered. So you really get to kind of closer to the truth than perhaps from information directly from companies out there. So highly valuable information for investors to make better decisions about which companies to invest in, or even for those companies themselves to decide, how do I navigate my competitive environment? And really, that's what Stream does. We're super excited about it and what it enables for our customers.
So Jack, exciting news. You just raised $225 million with Goldman fundraise recently. So tell me, what does this mean? Why are you excited about this, and what's next for the company? Maybe an IPO?
Well, we're certainly very excited about the financing and what it enables for us. What I think the investors were excited about was really our high growth validating our mission. We doubled our user base in just the last year, and that kind of showed to them that we have this kind of vast demand in the marketplace for what we're offering. And in terms of an IPO, we have enough money in the bank that we don't have to think about that in a very short term. But we do see it as something that we'll eventually do. We have a big vision for the company, and we'll need significant resources to execute on that. So IPO is certainly part of that road.
Okay, well, congratulations on that fundraise, and thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thank you again. Thanks for having me.